All right, the Detroit Lions get 2 pieces of good news after this loss. There's some bad in there, of course, but let's take a look at what Dan Campbell said immediately following this game. I think it's really interesting. He said, we will be hitting our stride when other teams are starting to hit their adversity towards the back end of the season. I really believe that. So we're going to learn from this game and we're going to get better. That's number one, is that our head coach, I think he's directly talking to teams like the Chicago Bears, who they're winning. They haven't really gotten any adversity. They had some in the beginning of the year, but they've won, 5 in a row against teams, and here we are playing the Eagles, losing to them on the road Sunday night. Interesting take on that. And by the way, let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll get to the negative here. Don't worry. We'll get to the negative, your thoughts on this game, things that you saw. But that's interesting that Dan Campbell would come out and say that exact thing when it's like, we lost. Like, what are we going to do? I don't like this. No, we're fine. We're totally fine. And I 100% agree with him. This game was not about, we'll get to the second thing here in just a second. This thing was not about as much about the Lions as it was about the Eagles. And that's good and bad news as well, because that's a team we probably will run up against if we really want to achieve our ultimate things that we want to achieve. But that is more about how well they played, and then we screwed up some areas, and it's just easy to see what really happened. Then Dan Campbell said, we're a little bit off. He said, if we win that game, it's like, whoa, man, wow, you guys won, stuck it out, and incredible toughness. You guys are everything. It's like, yeah, right. It's just, and that's how the NFL works. When you win, gritty win, and when you lose, it's like, boy, this is not good. We're in trouble. I just don't think that's it. We knew the Lions would lose some more games this year, just with that first place schedule. You're looking at it, 17 games. I mean, what the Lions did the last couple of years, especially last year going 15-2, just impossible almost to do again. The other thing here is Jamo getting that penalty. Like, the odds him getting that penalty after he scored a touchdown were 100%. He was going to get a flag for excessive celebration. Great route, his speed, everything was on display, and you knew he was like, all right, watch this. I'm going to get a flag, and he did. Okay. Oh, screen went a little weird there. Okay, I'm back. The other thing that's really interesting is the good news that came out of this was you saw our defense play, and that's on my end it keeps freezing. Our defense is absolutely legit. It's because it's like, what do we have here defensively? I think it's real clear, because you take away that false pass interference at the end, they get another stop to give us a chance to win after all of that and how poorly the offense played. 0 for 5 on fourth downs, 2 for 10 on third down, something crazy. Our defense is legit, and if our defense stays healthy and can give us performances like that, it's very rare that our offense will just have a straight up clunker or just not be able to get it going. That is what I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And you've seen that now for a few weeks, where it's just a couple plays here, a couple plays there that have prevented them from really being dominant like they were. Now the Eagles, getting a firsthand look at them and just watching them for a whole game, you got to see their formula, and it's strange as can be, but you get it. They have a great defense. Jalen Hurts, in a lot of ways, is so bad that it doesn't hurt them, because you saw those throws where it's like he's not even close to the wide receiver. But you know what? Think of that like meme where it's like, you know what? If you're not close to the wide receiver, though, you can't get intercepted. And that's like legitimately how it feels. Good thinking. And then on top of that, he can run just enough to kind of get a first down when you desperately need one. And then they can get those automatic 1 yard with the tush push. Kind of keeps things. So it's a weird thing, but you see what their formula is. For the Lions, though, so what I'm saying is that, our defense played really well. I think the Eagles' offense oddly strange. But when you look at this, you have Dan Campbell full confidence going forward. Same, right? I don't know. It's just same. Defense is playing well. Offense is going to have a couple of those games throughout the season. It's a good defense, fine. And the second thing is our defense is actually legit. Didn't know if they would be. Loved Kelvin Shepard's energy, things like that. But it's like, no, they're actually legit. So you look at the schedule now. It's like, okay, let's lock in here a little bit. I think the only bad loss of the season so far is this Minnesota loss. Lost 4 games. One of them shouldn't have happened. And that was at home against Minnesota after the bye week. That loss is just looking bad because Minnesota just lost to the Bears. And it's like, yeah, you got to beat Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy, it's just not it. And he's not there. So that's the only loss that's like, are you kidding me? Like at Green Bay opening day, we got just buzzsawed. At Kansas City, at Philadelphia. That's fine, right? We're good. So now these 2 weeks, obviously huge. Green Bay has just shown an ability to not really be great, but they'll rise up for that one. It's fine. But you're looking at, all right, a must win here, short week here, get to Dallas, go out to the Rams. I mean, like at the Rams, geez, another tough road game, home against Pittsburgh. And then here we go, right? That's the 2 games where you're just going to let's find out some things where we're really at, because it's all about getting into the playoffs. That's it. We learned that last year. Going to the playoffs with 6 losses, who cares? Just be generally healthy and improving and have that mentality of a long season to like, here we go. Like that is what we learned firsthand last year. Doesn't matter if you get in 16-1. It's like, all right, it's a whole new season, reset everything, and here we go. It's a long season. Holy smokes. It's amazing what going from 16 games to 17 games does, is what I've basically learned. It's crazy. And you add an extra playoff team, and you don't get those two seeds don't get a bye. It's just it's a whole thing. So let me know your thoughts in the comments where you're at with this game. I thought just generally another thing too is when you think about the Lions, we need our offensive line to be elite, and for the most part, they have been elite for the last 3 years, and I think they're really good. But when you're not elite and you miss an assignment, the problem is with Goff, and again, we take Goff over just about anybody in the league. You really do. He's just proven it. But when there is a mess up on the offensive line and someone gets through, the play is over. And it's just a bummer because it's like, all right, man, make something happen. Run away from him, and you can't. And it's just really eye-opening when you go against a good defense and defensive line. And that part's just tough because then on their side, their guy can't throw the ball, but a little bit of pressure, a little bit of this, he can escape, scramble for 9. And that's huge. It's just absolutely huge. So those are the things that it's just hard when there is pressure and when you're losing and you see Goff have to do the things that he just can't do. It's tough to see, but we know for real, like he's a great quarterback, but it's hard to see. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll see all of you on the next one.